Welcome to Gearhaven. This is a gentle fantasy story from the world of the Detective Glint, where mysteries are solved with kindness instead of fear. Find a comfortable place to rest and let the lantern light guide you. Steam beneath the cobblestones. Steam rose where it should not have, thin at first, curling gently through the cracks between the cobblestones long after the underground pipes were meant to have cooled. Detective Glint noticed it during an evening walk, when the street should have been quiet and dry. The steam did not hiss or surge. It breathed, slow, steady, patient. City engineers blamed old valves and tired joints in the pipework. The guard suggested closing the street until repairs could be made, but Glint crouched beside the stones and listened. Beneath the street, warmth moved carefully through forgotten channels. Pipes laid generations ago still carried heat toward places no one visited anymore. Homes that no longer opened their doors. Workshops that had gone silent. I was built to help. The warmth whispered softly. No one told me to stop. Glint followed the line of the pipes with his lantern, walking slowly, letting the light reveal faint access covers and old markings worn smooth by time. Each section of warmth led somewhere that had once mattered. The heat had learned the city's rhythms: morning chill, evening damp, winter's bite. It responded without being asked. "You've been working for a long time," Glint said. The warmth pulsed gently in response. "I didn't want them to be cold," it said. Glint closed his eyes for a moment, feeling the warmth rise through the stones. Cities change faster than systems beneath them. Sometimes they forgot to say thank you. "You're not wrong to care," Glint said quietly, "but the city has changed its needs." The warmth hesitated. "What happens if I stop?" it asked. "You don't stop," Glint replied. "You redirect." Together, Glint worked with the engineers to reroute the old heating lines. Not shut down, not erased, but guided toward places that still welcome warmth. Bathhouses where people gathered at dusk. Greenhouses where plants stretched toward dim light. Workrooms where hands grew stiff in the cold. As the warmth found new paths, the steam beneath the cobblestones softened. No longer pressing upward, no longer restless. By morning, the street was dry, calm. The stones rested easily beneath passing feet. Later, Glint returned once more, lantern low. The warmth lingered quietly below, content in its purpose. In his casebook, Glint wrote with care, "Purpose can change without disappearing." He closed the book and stepped back into the fog, the city breathing evenly once more. Later that night, Gearhaven felt different. Not warmer, not cooler. Balanced. Detective Glint returned to the street once more, long after most windows had gone dark. The cobblestones were dry now, resting easily beneath his feet. No steam pressed upward, no warmth strained to escape. The street simply existed, as streets were meant to do. From nearby buildings came quiet signs of change. A bathhouse window glowed softly, steam curling upward in gentle ribbons. Further along, a greenhouse hummed with low warmth, its glass panes fogged from inside as plants leaned toward the light. The warmth had found places that welcomed it. Glint paused near one of the old access covers and listened. Below the stones, the heat moved calmly through its new paths. Steady, content. "I didn't know I could do this," it whispered. Glint smiled faintly. "Most systems aren't told," he replied. A passerby slowed as they crossed the street, then stopped. "Huh," they said quietly. "It feels settled tonight." They didn't wait for an answer. They didn't need one. Glint watched until the street returned to stillness. Cities spoke in small ways. You only heard them if you stayed long enough. Before leaving, Glint placed his lantern down briefly, letting its light rest against the stones. "Thank you," he said, not as an instruction, but as acknowledgement. The warmth below pulsed once in response. Back in his office, Glint opened his casebook again. He added a final line beneath the first. Care finds new paths when it's allowed to change. He closed the book gently and dimmed the lantern. Outside, Gearhaven slept evenly, warmth flowing where it was needed most. And beneath the cobblestones, the city rested. Thank you for spending this time in Gearhaven. If you enjoyed this gentle mystery, you'll find more stories waiting in the playlist. Until next time, keep your lantern close and rest well.